हेलो हेलो हेलो। लेट हो गया मैं थोड़ा सा आज। थोड़ा सा क्या होता है, 20 मिनट लेट हूँ मैं पूरा आज। 5 मिनट से स्ट्रीम चल रही है, मतलब 15 मिनट तो लेट हूँ मैं कम से कम। कल से टेम पे रहेंगे, कोशिश कोशिश रहेगी टेम पे रहने की। कल से टेम पे है ना, टेम पे रहने की कोशिश रहेगी कल से टेम पे। गाने आने भी चला दूं क्या? गाने भी चला देते हैं भाई। वेयर इज द गाना की प्लेलिस्ट? छह घंटे की एक एनसीएस की प्लेलिस्ट मिली है, यही चला दे। यही चला देता हूँ। बीच में कैसे चलाते हैं? परफेक्ट। इसको एचडी तो नहीं करना मुझे। क्वालिटी इसको कम कर देते हैं, मेरे को वीडियो थोड़ी देखनी है। Yep, we're good to go. I have my chat open, I have everything open. मैंने सुबह से खोला नहीं गेम, so maybe yeah, मुझे लग ही रहा था फुल हो गया होगा। ओए ये लड़का कहाँ गया? ओए लाडले, हेलो छोटे। छोटू नहीं है? मंडे हो गया ना, चीजें आई होंगी काफी सारी यार। ये रीसेट हो गया, सब कुछ हो गया। वेलकिन क्यों नहीं आया? मैंने कल क्लेम कर लिया वेलकिन। मैं भी कल कर लिया होगा। ये कौन था? अच्छा डेटोरे। I'll just go with the villain वाली team. This one, yes. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Just do something. Just give me a second, guys. I was doing something and boom, I forgot in the middle of. Ha! Yeah, perfect.
All here shall bend to my will.
The new moon rises. Preparing for dust up.
Ultimate protocol.
Enhanced animal module 75.
Be silent. Close your eyes.
Oh my god, that was actually very close. He almost killed me.
Cleanup sequence initiated.
The healing.
Stay clear. Absorption test. Animal tech 63 away. Animal hypostasis emulate. Annihilation mode.
Ultimate protocol.
Flame.
Observe. Close your eyes. To dust.
Ultimate, and also just one more EP, thank you.
Fear the dark.
Die, dumbass. Easy. Okay. Oh, I think I have increased the game volume too much.
Get back! Snatch it from my grasp!
Installation chamber.
You won't distract me this time!
Get. Surge. Stay clear.
Be silent. To dust.
A petty trick!
Observe.
Ultimatum
Protocol.
Defensive
Annihilation.
mode engaged.
Oh, defense.
Animal tech 6308.
Take this
Stay
ball.
clear.
Give me the ultimate. Why is there
Let's
Wait.
try this. Muso no Hitokaji!
Cleanup sequence
Oh!
initiated.
Stop it.
Swirl, where to?
You won't distract me this time.
Absorption test.
No.
Just like a little buzzing fly.
Surge. Insulation chamber deployed. Stay clear.
Close your eyes.
Just like
Ultimate
a
protocol.
fly.
Just die, you know.
That I've longed for.
Haha. Flynn is the best. You ain't gonna stop my Flynn, no? Did I claim? Did I claim? Guys, hello? Okay, yeah, I did. Yeah, that's what ठीक है. मैं flow में से भूल सा गया था कि मैंने claim किया कि नहीं किया. This is Doctor. I'll just beat him as well. Why not? I'll just bully this guy as well. Gonna go tornado. Tornado. This song is good, but I never able to like sing this one. Oh fuck! I also forgot. Yeah. Mario.
Behold the false moon's fall.
A new moon rising. Preparing for dust ups. Animal hypostasis emulation. Animal testing.
The night comes. Close your eyes. Fear the dark. Be silent.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah.
New moons converge. Annihilation mode. Cleanup sequence initiated. Swirl, where to? Absorption test. Stay clear.
Close your eyes. Do you fear the dark? Observe.
Reverse.
A new moon rising.
Did you honestly think that would hit me?
Preparing for dust up. Animal hypostasis emulation. Absorption test. Stay clear.
The long sleep
Cold resolve.
I think I can kill him with this rotation only. Never mind, fuck! Just one tap. I mean, he's not that.
Three moons converge. Insulation chamber. Animal test 6308. Absorption test. Enhanced animal module 75. Surge. Cleanup sequence initiated.
That's how it is. You just beat this guy. I still have 80 more. Okay. Does my bag have space? I do have space in my bag, yes.
Reviewing outstanding items on today's to-do list. Do you have any additional commands? No problem. I can add them shortly.
हाँ मेरे को फिलन भी रिवाइव करना है. Yes.
Add Astra. Thank you for. Add Astra.
This was the artifact, right? Yep. I'll just see how good Flynn is within this chamber. I know this is Hexen. Ah, fuck, bro. I didn't revive my Flynn. I messed up. I fucking messed up for big time, bro. I actually messed up. There is a statue of 7. Statue of 7. Oh. Right click. Butterflies, come to Papa. Yup. Flynn is revived. I'll just go back.
Annihilation mode.
Ultimate.
Defensive mode engaged.
Stand clear! Animal test 63 away! Stand clear!
A new moon rises.
Be silent. Close your eyes. To dust.
Never dead. Easy mode, bhai. I mean, I know this should be easy, like, but this easy? Oh no 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 no! I never thought of this to be this easy.
Surge. New moon converge. Calcube installation chamber deployed. Preparing for dust up.
Swirl! Mark 2! Absorption test! Animal test 63 away! Stand clear!
Observe. Be silent.
I accidentally gone continue, so I'll just do it.
A new moon rises. Cleanup sequence in.
Absorption test! Enhanced animal module 75!
Observe. Be silent. Night falls.
I'm just hacking the domain to go down. Huh. We're done with this. We're done with this. We're done with this. How many pulls I have right now? Oh my god. 6. Let's see if I can get 7 today. And I think I can. What are the things I need to do? I'm just planning to speedrun every quest. Do I have any story quests pending? I have like a couple of them. Go to quests. Maybe I can do this, yeah. Go to the garden here. Easy. Easy, no? I'll just complete this, right? Okay. No, I just teleport, yes.
Look! It's that ball of light again! Let's follow it! Hey! It disappeared behind that door! Does that mean we can open it now?
Oh, I actually can. Nice. Nice. Oh.
Welcome.
Wow! Your home's so pretty! Paimon loves what you've done with it.
I knew you'd appreciate it, Paimon. Hearing that makes it all feel worthwhile, even if I had to squeeze it in during my spare time. It all started the day I finished building the secret lodge. I was planning to keep the streak going and build a few more, but there was no one around to inspire me. So after a while, my enthusiasm just sort of fizzled out. Is there no way to have fun, enjoy myself, and feel like I've accomplished something all at the same time? Then the answer suddenly popped into my head.
Wait, have we skipped straight to the answer?
Keep up, Paimon. Time waits for no one.
Paimon.
Look, it's right in front of your eyes.
Through this door?
Well, not just this door, but you're not wrong. Everything has to start somewhere. What better place than here? Are you ready?
Oh, wait a minute! You're going too fast! Paimon can't keep up! What are we supposed to be getting ready for?
Oh, don't you worry about that. You don't need to get ready for anything. It's just a turn of phrase. Based on my observations and understanding, you're not a fan of complex introductions and explanations. You prefer to find your fun in the heat of adventure. Am I right? Glad to hear it. In that case, brace yourselves. I don't plan to hold back. You know us angels. We just can't resist the satisfaction of guiding adventurers to treasure. Well, seeing as the goal is to be kind and help others find happiness, why shouldn't I start by giving my own friends a few happy pointers? So, I had a sudden stroke of genius. I transformed my little lodge into a place where you can relax and have fun. I even hid treasure in each and every room. To tell you the truth, even compared to the other angels, I'm quite the expert when it comes to hiding things. If I were to bury a chest in the wild and not show you the way, I'm afraid you wouldn't be able to find it even after months of searching. Anyway, I digress. I don't want to make things deliberately difficult. Nor do I need you to run around the wild just to keep me entertained. All you have to do is find 3 feathers right here in this room. And once you're done, let me know so I can watch you open your reward. A nice, big treasure chest.
Ah! So we're going on a treasure hunt! Huh! Paimon can't wait!
Exactly! A treasure hunt. It's going to be so fun.
A gust of super sweet wind just blew right down Paimon's throat! Hey, where are we? That teapot and those cups look really, really big! Wait a second. Did we shrink?
Apologies. I was hoping to invite animal actors, but alas, I'm used to dealing with thespians of a more stony-faced persuasion.
Huh? Nicole, you...
Nicole, the magnificent, massive mage propping up the heavens while crouching down to talk? No thank you. I'm quite happy with my current size. Anyway, welcome to the Great Mage's Tea Party. Now, pour yourselves some tea.
Does the Great Mage's Tea Party involve us boiling the water ourselves?
It's called participation, Paimon. This is all about creating a sense of participation. I think not.
Time to ignite! So, Paimon's guessing we need to add sugar ourselves too?
Alice takes 3 sugars, Anya prefers 1, and Barbeloff likes hers without.
Okay. Should Paimon be writing this down?
No need, no need. I'm just thinking out loud.
A path's opened up! Looks like we can go this way!
Did I messed up? Oh yeah, I did. Oh no. Okay, I thought I would die.
Whoa!
in this one.
Is that a giant Mandragora statue?
मेरे को तो दिखाओ statue. Ah, okay. The
Hold
mushroom.
on a moment. Sorry, just a minor technical difficulty. Let me see.
It's moving!
Aha! Much better.
What do you mean, much better?
Come on, it's barely attacking you. You can handle a little spirited tickling, can't you? Besides, this is the perfect opportunity for the traveler to show off some skills.
Hey, Nicole! Help us out here, will ya?
All right. Heaven's will, made mine. Such defiance.
Scorch and burn!
Echidna!
Time to ignite!
And look, the tea's still nice and warm. Just right, in fact.
Did you just plan this whole thing just so you could sit back and enjoy this moment yourself?
Come now. This is your reward. You were the ones who earned it after all. Go on then. Open it up.
I can't help but wonder why you're so excited about these rewards, Nicole. Sure, Paimon looks forward to the traveler's reaction when she gets her a gift, but this feels kind of different.
Oh, don't worry about that. I don't mind. At worst, my answer might shatter a few illusions you have about the angelic race. If you thought we were all selfless, benevolent beings, the truth may make you think again. As for your question, my dearest Paimon, my excitement has nothing to do with sharing the joy of those I guide. Instead, it derives from completing the duties I am burdened with.
Huh?
It all started with the birth of the angels. We were entrusted with the mission to love all living beings on this land. But unlike the gods who came after, our ability to perceive emotion was crude and undeveloped. Most of the time, we simply executed our orders from above, like automatons following commands. Aside from enlightenment, guidance was our primary mission. It was one of the few instincts retained by my former peers after they were stripped of their wisdom. Upon completing our missions, we gained a certain sense of joyous relief. It was the most intense emotional experience an angel could normally undergo.
Isn't that kind of sad?
Maybe, but I prefer not to think of it as something worthy of pity. After all, not even the great ruler of the firmament can deny the truth of the emotions in my heart right now. Besides, guiding others is a good thing in itself, don't you think?
Ah, the next one is okay, that's why it is telling you to do it now. What can I do now? Maybe I should start now. Maybe later, I'll just do this tomorrow. Let's do a story quest which I have not done by now and try. Let's see. J. Yep. Quest overview. Story quests. I think the vibes are correct as like all these stories are completed now. Yep. They're all completed. I'm left with the 4-star ones. So I have few. I was doing Hazos? I don't know. I'll just keep it to this. Let's do whichever is first, right? I'll just do... I don't know. I feel like I should do this. I'll just do this. Begin the
Let us have a modicum of patience for the richness and complexity of humanity. The wanton cruelty of the few is not worth our ire.
I've taken a look at your proposal. It's much better than the ones you showed me before, but I'd still like to make some changes.
Come on, not again. Isn't this the 6th proposal I've shown you? What's your issue this time?
It's a bit hard to put into words, but the design still doesn't look quite right to me.
I have to say, that's a terribly vague and unconvincing explanation. Please enlighten me. What would feel more right to you?
For starters, don't you think this roof is jutting out a bit too far from the top? It looks almost like the head of a fungus. This door, too. I don't think it needs to be nearly this large. If you could reduce it to around my height...
Roof and the door are the most fundamental parts of a building. If we were to change them, then what would be left of the design? Even if the soul of the building won't be lost, all traces of architectural style would be gone. Anyone with the slightest inkling of architectural knowledge would know to leave them alone.
Oh, I understand the principles of what you are saying, of course, but the truth remains that I'm still a bit unhappy with the design. Oh, actually, I just got an idea. Can we get rid of all the extraneous sections on the roof, so the whole design will just be one vertical structure?
What?
Don't architects often say that symmetry makes everything more balanced and pleasing to the eye? This way, the proportions will be completely balanced.
I really don't know how you managed to come up with such a ridiculous idea. Wait, don't tell me. Someone hired you specifically to commission me and put me through the ringer? Come to think of it, though, I really don't think I've gotten on anyone's bad side recently. Anyway, that's it. I will not be working on this commission anymore. Goodbye. Maybe you can find yourself some other genius who'll be able to satisfy your demands.
Hey, young man, please wait! God.
Taking this commission was truly the worst decision ever. Oh, hey. I wasn't expecting to run into you here. Actually, while we're on that, what are you doing here at the tavern? Don't listen to anyone who says that drinking is an elegant pastime. It's no good for your health. So you saw all that, did you? Ugh, I thought I was in the clear. I made sure to double check that nobody I knew was around. Anyway, thanks for looking out for me. Honestly, it wasn't that big of a deal. I'm used to it by now. Stress is just an inescapable part of being a working adult. Boss, I'll have a glass of wine, same as last time. Do you want something too? I'll put it on my tab.
Wine and a glass of juice coming right up.
I know you're already keeping a secret from me, but if you could add this one to the list as well, I'd really appreciate it. Arguing with a client is not a good look for me. If word gets out, other potential clients might be afraid to work with me. That guy, though, what was he even going on about? All those ridiculous demands of his? He's just a blabbering fool trying to act like a know-it-all. Another glass, please, boss. I'm not leaving today till someone has to carry me out.
You've got it, sir. I gotta say, though, it Almost feels like you're saying that every other day now.
It really is every other day that you'd run into a client who knows nothing about construction requirements or architectural style. If this was in the past, I'd never have gone through 6 whole drafts trying to accommodate the client's preferences. But perhaps getting used to this just means that I've grown numb to it. I've worked on so many projects since graduation, and none of them have been approved at the first pass. I would spend a lot of time altering my designs, and by the time the clients were finally satisfied, all my passion and enthusiasm would be gone. It feels like I'm straying further and further from my artistic vision with every change I have to make. I suppose, though, that just sticking to your guns and completely disregarding other people's feedback would also not be a good thing. All of this makes for a real paradox, one that particularly crops up in my work, too. In the end, what is the true meaning of art? Should I see it as a divine gift of inspiration from the gods? Or an expression of the light of my own wisdom?
Here's your drink. How are you already spouting nonsense after just one glass? Your tolerance is usually much better than that.
Boss, what do you think is the meaning of art?
The meaning of art? Really, my friend, who in Sumeru understands art better than you? Anyway, I don't know about art, but I do know that I'm interested in business, and some patrons are waiting to be served. So, you'll have to excuse me for now. Just holler if you need anything.
What do you think, traveler? Exactly. So our thoughts on the meaning of art are rather similar. In Sumeru, and especially Sumeru of the past, the arts are not a popular discussion topic. Trying to talk about the arts is basically the key to killing any conversation. It's too bad that I'm not in my best form today. Otherwise, we could have talked about this for a little longer. Sounds great to me. I don't even want to think about this project anymore. But what should we do? It's probably not a good idea to just drink until I pass out here. Huh? Where did that come from? I mean, it's not like it's some kind of secret. You probably already know some bits and pieces of my past. My mother is also an architect. I've always adored her drawings. Perhaps. In fact, I have also seen my mother argue with her clients, but she would always quickly find the motivation to return to her work. Unfortunately, I've barely had any contact with her since she remarried and moved abroad. Even if I wanted to ask her about her ability to stay positive after an argument, it would seem rude to barge into her life again over something as trivial as that. I did remember something else, though. When my mother left, she only carried some small personal luggage with her. She left most of the belongings in the house to me. At the time, she even told me that it would be great if I could learn a few lessons from her life experiences, so my life and career could go a little more smoothly. I hadn't quite come to grips with my emotions, and didn't really have it in me to go through any sentimental item. It's been a really long time. Now that so many years have passed, maybe I have finally developed the maturity I need to face those memories without losing my mind. Yeah, I should dig it out. Sorry, I've had too much to drink and wasn't thinking clearly. You're right. Speaking of that, I can't... Either way, thanks for reminding me that I can invite you to come along. Had I just gone back by myself, it would have looked like I'm deliberately trying to keep things from you. Ugh, thinking too hard about the words is giving me a headache, so I'll just give it to you straight. Thanks to your advice, I have decided to put my current projects on pause for now, and spend some time trying to rekindle the passion for my craft. If you want to stick around and see how this will turn out, all right, then let's head back together. I mean, you already know where I live. Who knew that the day would come when let me see. I should have tidied up the place before I left the house this morning. Alhaitham shouldn't be home now. Anyway, there's no more time for drinks. Alhaitham isn't in, so feel free to sit where... Oh, nothing. I just didn't realize how much time had passed. The box is pretty dusty, which means it's already been a while since I've moved into this place. And many years since my mother moved to Fontaine. I'm happy for her. I hope she'll be able to find happiness there. She raised me all by herself after my father passed away. It definitely wasn't easy for her. Anyway, enough about that. Let's see what I packed into this box. What are all these things? Oh, I remember now. This is a drawing I made in Port Ormos. Obviously, I wouldn't call it anything special now, but I was less than 5 years old when I made this drawing. Now that I've said that out loud, I suppose I do have some level of artistic talent, right? Criticism and self-doubt have always been a part of the artistic process. Without criticism, there can be no improvement. It's normal for me to question my abilities from time to time. I admit that I may have spent a little too long questioning myself this time around, but as you know, the heart tends to dwell on... Anyway, never mind. The more I talk about it, the less confident I feel. Let's see what else we have in the box. Ah, my building blocks! It's been years since I've last seen these. When I was a kid, I used to stack them super high, and could even stabilize the tower to keep it from tumbling over. Oh, and this blueprint. I made it by copying my mother's sketch. And the aspect ratio was horrendous. It's still technically the first blueprint I made myself, though. I was super proud of myself when I finished it, and put it in the same pile as my mother's sketches, hoping she'd notice and compliment me for my good work. Unfortunately, my mother didn't realize that I had put it there. When she had a meeting with a client the next day, she handed my blueprint to him by mistake. The client was completely confused by this new blueprint, but apparently he felt too tongue-tied to question such a famous architect. It was only a few days later that he finally gathered up the courage to pay my mother a visit. He asked, "The door in this blueprint is even taller than the roof. Is this supposed to be part of the design?" My mother took me with her to personally apologize to the client several times. She didn't scold me about it in private, though. Instead, she went over all the steps required to draw a good blueprint, and was very patient throughout the whole process. I still remember it like it was yesterday. Let's see, is there anything else left in this box? What was this again? Ah, this is my mother's notebook. She used to write and sketch in it all the time. When I was a child, I used to be super fascinated by this notebook, and always pestered my mother to let me read it. After asking her a few times, she told me that I could read it as long as I could guess the password. Wonder why she didn't take this notebook with her. If only I could. I never managed to guess the password. Hey, it's not a matter of time, it's a matter of inspiration. That's what we need to guess the password. Who knows? Maybe this
हेलो
time
नीचा जी
something
तुम
will
सोए
click in my
नहीं
head,
नाचो
and the answer will
मेरे
just
को फेमस
present
कर दो
itself.
नीचा कैमरा ऑन करके नाचूंगा
I could tell what you were thinking. Don't worry, I tried all the easy guesses a long time ago. I've tried my name, my father's name, my mother's name, my grandparents' names on both sides, and all of our birthdays. I've tried every name and number remotely related to my family. I've even tried stuff like love you Kave, take care, and yours truly. I've tried every cheesy phrase and well wish in the book, but this lock has refused to budge. I wouldn't try that route again. I have a hunch that it won't be that simple. Also, if she really did use something like that, she'd never hear the end of it from the folks over at Haravatat if they ever found out. So we could find someone who was close to my mother and see if they might know anything? I see what you're saying, but who should we talk to for that? My mother was never really the one to be social. My father was the one with more friends, but all those connections were severed when he died. Let me think. Is there still someone at the academia who would know my mother? Ah, actually, there is someone. Professor Zaha Hadi.
भाई इसका नाम बोलने में मेरे को मौत आ गई ज़ा हाडा डीडी
Huh, you've never really heard of her? She's a famous Gasharwar scholar and leading expert in formal garden design. My mother studied under her as a student many years ago. Professor Zaha Hadi published many works during her career, so I was able to learn a lot by studying her essays. If there's anyone who still remembers my mom, it'd be her. She's older now and is no longer teaching at the academia. But if I remember correctly, she spends most of her time around the Bimarstan area. Let's go take a look. We might run into her if we're lucky.
What am I supposed to do now? Forget it. I'll just head back.
Tainari, what are you doing here?
Oh, it's you. Good to finally see you again. I came into the city to buy some experiment reagents, hoping to bring them back with me to Gandharvaville. But as soon as I got here, I noticed someone banging on Cyrus's door. You've all heard of Cyrus, right? He's an ex-sage and Sino's adoptive father. I was thinking about going over to ask what's happening. That granny over there may appear old and frail, but her vocal cords certainly sound loud and healthy as ever.
Granny?
Yeah, she's just over there. You can go check out the situation yourselves in a moment. Kave, were you at the tavern?
I had a quick drink or two. Can you still smell the alcohol?
Drinking in broad daylight. Really? You want to pass out by the road and get run over by a sumpter beast like some mindless fungus, huh? And you, traveler? You didn't try to stop him? You look like a wreck, Kave. What happened? Are you feeling down again? You know what? I'm hosting a meal at Pardistii tomorrow evening. Do you want to come?
Huh? Oh, I had no idea. Let me think for a moment. I'll come if I can find some time.
All right. Then I'll plan on reserving 2 seats for you. I'll be heading back to Gandharvaville for now. I have a feeling that argument over there is going to continue for quite some time. It might be best if we don't get involved.
A granny who lives nearby. Let's go take a look.
Second. Yep.
Plan on keeping yourself locked in there, huh? Fine by me. If you're not going to come out, then I'm not going to leave. My tomato was growing so well, it had all the potential to become the best tomato this year, and you cut it straight from the vine.
I already told you I had nothing to do with it. Why would I take a tomato that's still weeks from ripening? You'd have to be awfully green as an investigator to think it was me. You see, the word green here could refer to both the color of the tomato and the fact that your skills could use some.
Enough nonsense. Just come out and face me, you coward.
You're out of your mind. If I've actually done something wrong, then get a mantra and pull me out by force, why don't ya?
Oh, why you?
Professor Zahahadi?
And who are you? Oh, Kaveh. Fancy seeing you here. How long has it been? Come on, get over here and let the professor take a good look at you. Not...
Professor, what's going on here?
It's no big deal, really. A few of us old scholars got bored in our retirement and decided to put together a vegetable growing competition. At the end, whoever loses will have to go up on stage and do a performance for the winners. Which brings us to our current predicament. My tomato was sure to win until a certain someone decided they couldn't bear to lose.
Hey, don't try to defame me in front of the kids. If we're airing out each other's dirty laundry now, then why don't we talk about you sneaking into Janat's garden the other night?
Ahem! Lucky for you, seeing these youngsters come to pay their respects today has put me in a better mood. I'll let you off the hook, for now. Come on, let's go. We'll take our conversation elsewhere. He doesn't need to be a part of it.
Yes, of course.
Is Faranak still doing well?
Yes, as far as I know. She left for Fontaine some time ago and started a new life for herself. She's still doing work related to architecture, though.
Ah, yes. I did hear about that. Did that upset you at all?
No, not at all. She's already sacrificed a lot raising me as a single mother.
That's good to hear. Your mother did struggle quite a bit those few years. It's probably a good thing that she found a new place to call home. Sometimes I wonder if things were harder for her because she was so beautiful. People were always drawn to her beauty first, only to realize she had a sensitive and vulnerable heart underneath. She was still quite young when she first joined my class as a student. She had to make a lot of drastic changes even during her time in the academia. She was a thorough perfectionist. If she was unsatisfied with something she had made, she'd insist on redoing it, even if I was perfectly happy with it. She had many admirers, and they'd always fill up the first few rows of seats, hoping they could get closer to her sitting in the first row. If it were any of my other classes, you'd have found nobody sitting in the front. But every time I saw her, she was always in that same rigid pose. She'd have...
I'm sure she had many difficult moments in her life. How did she cope with the stress?
I'm not too sure. She never talked. I do remember one time, though, when she got into a heated argument with a friend. She said something I found very memorable. She said, if you ask me, that...
So that's how it is. I wonder if the password could be... I tried both just now.
What are you trying to do?
My mother left her notebook to me, but it has a password and I haven't figured out what it is yet. I'm trying to learn more about her so I'd have a better chance at cracking the code. Thank you for all that you told us.
It's the least I can do. Talking to youngsters like yourself makes me feel younger too. Your personalities are quite alike too. You're both stubborn and both a little awkward. Of course, I'm sure the similarities are mostly superficial. I've taught a lot. They would know exactly what they want to express and fight for it tooth and nail, which inevitably some clients would choose to respect the architect's vision or just let the argument go because of the architect's reputation. But those are the rare ones. When Farnak first graduated, she was getting into arguments with her clients nearly every single day. I think it only got a little better when she met your father.
I see. But wasn't my father from Ratawahist? Could he understand the designs my mother made?
No, I think they were probably beyond him, too. But despite that, he still stayed next to her, listening to her joys and sharing in her sorrows. Farnak had many admirers, but she ended up choosing your father. His support probably played a part in that decision.
So instead of understanding, perhaps all we need is just companionship. Huh. It worked.
Oh, was that the right password?
Yes!
Then you should be on your way, child. Find a quiet place and see what she wanted to say to you. Being the awkward person that she is, I suppose there were many things that Farnak could never say out loud. Instead, she probably left them in her diary, hoping that they would make their way to you one day. If you're ever in a mood to chat again, just come and find me here. You're always welcome to discuss architecture topics with me as well.
Thank you so much, Professor.
There's no need to be so formal.
I wonder what my mother could...
They all say Zaha Hadid's class is the toughest. I met someone special. At first, I didn't think much of him. But now, I feel very happy whenever I get to spend time with him. We decided to name our son Kaveh. I don't think a younger me would have ever imagined forming such an intimate bond with another person. Back then, I lived only in the shadow of myself, as well as that of the dream in my heart. The bad news came. And even though it's been several days now, I still can't bring myself to come to terms with what happened. My eyes are so swollen it's hard to see. What if they're all lying to me? And this is just a long, cruel dream. But I have to face reality. I still have someone to take care of. No matter what happened.
Huh? Is this a drawing? Seems like it was done by my mother. This blonde man was probably my father. But who are the other people in the picture? From the dates in the notebook, she probably drew this more than 30 years ago. Maybe we were thinking too much. Oh!
The one who invited us to the gathering is a talkative woman. Including us, 3 couples showed up. There was also a person who came alone. The talkative woman introduced everyone to each other. She spoke really quickly, so I couldn't quite catch everything she said. But I also didn't feel like asking her to repeat herself. My husband seems to be friends with the man with long ears. I couldn't really join their conversation, so I've resigned myself to sitting in a corner and drawing in my notebook. I don't think I'd be able to become friends with any of these people, especially that stiff-looking couple. That man is certainly very handsome, but he would constantly alternate between disjointed and serious ways of talking. His wife is a bit more bearable. We were not acquainted with each other to begin with, and I doubt we'll see each other again after this gathering. The ambiance of this gathering is surprisingly pleasant, however. Talking to people can allow us to find some peace after a long day. Maybe my son will also partake in these gatherings in the future. I hope he'll be able to make many friends.
Who would have thought my mother used to attend that kind of thing? It seems she was only good at talking about her own work, and there's more written on the back. Oh, it It seems like it was written to me.
Kaveh, you are very talented. No one will be able. Whenever you feel down,
So that's the end. Well, now that I've read her word, the thought definitely crossed my mind. Although it'd be nice to get together with friends and chat the night away, I don't want to bring down other people's moods because I'm sad. Besides, don't most people hate the feeling of seeing their friends troubled and being unable to help? And what's worse, nearly all of my problems can't be easily resolved with some encouraging words or gesture. And don't forget, I'm also older than all of them. As their senior, I should appear to be a bit more responsible. Huh, you're right. I really didn't expect to run into him here. I swear, his nose must be just as sensitive as his ears. Well then, I guess it's best that we go and join him for dinner. That means I'll owe him yet another meal now. You know what? I'm not going to overthink it. I'll see you tomorrow at Pardis Di.
Alhaitham also got my invite, right? Will he be coming to join us?
That guy? He's never been a fan of social gatherings. I wouldn't get my hopes up if I were you.
Are you sure? All right then. I guess we won't wait for him.
Yeah, let's go. I mean, maybe we should give him a little more time. We can keep chatting.
Oh, sure.
You still haven't told me, what's the occasion for getting us together here at Pardis Di?
We're celebrating the end of the first phase of Kale's studies. I wanted to thank you all for the help you've given her along the way.
Then where's Kale?
She said she wanted to show everyone a bit of what she's learned, so she's still doing some last-minute prep at home. She'll be here shortly. Anyway, let's get started. To tell you the truth, I'm actually not so confident that the second phase will go as well as the first. The curriculum will become a lot more involved, and I'm worried that she won't be able to get through all of it. I was hoping we could brainstorm about it together before she gets here.
I knew this wouldn't be just a simple free dinner. Is that why you also invited Alhaitham?
Yes, I thought it would be good if we could all put our heads together about this. Anyway, let's take a quick trip down memory lane. What did you guys do when you ran into a problem that you didn't know how to solve? Or got assigned a project that you knew you weren't gonna finish on time?
Never happened to me.
I'd just pull another all-nighter.
You two are hopeless. Does anyone have a...
Ooh, that's a good point. Confidence is the most important thing. Once you lose your sense of confidence, it'll become all but impossible to find the motivation to study.
This could be a potential direction. I have already redesigned the literacy curriculum, and I was originally hoping to ask Alhaitham for his opinion, but...
It's very simple. Instead of focusing on the amount of material you would like to teach, focus on the amount the student would be able to remember.
Wow, you actually showed up. I could probably count the number of times you've actually come to gatherings like this on just one hand.
It's still more than the number of times you've managed to get a proposal approved on the first try.
As long as you're still aware. So, what made the difference this time? Are you looking to drink your sorrows away with some friends?
That's your purpose for being here, not mine. Don't project your ways of thinking onto me.
So you're saying the only reason you came is to help Tainari with his brainstorming?
Precisely. Kale will have a long road in front of her.
Hey, just to get one thing clear. Even if Kale manages to make her way to the academia, we cannot let her enroll in Haravatat. Kasharawar is obviously the best choice for her. She's been a trainee forest ranger for so long, she'll definitely be good with her hands.
What are you saying? Spontamad is the better choice. It's where I graduated from, after all.
Then what about Amorta? That's the Darshan her master actually graduated from.
There are only 2 other Darshans left. We might as well select all of them on her enrollment application.
I'm trying to have a serious discussion here. Traveler, you aren't associated with any of the 6 Darshans. In your opinion, which Darshan would be the best choice for Kale?
Well said.
Agreed. And my goal in inviting you here...
Phase 2 far exceeds Phase 1 in both curriculum
Hey, what are you thinking now?
Actually, I was thinking about lending her a professions guide.
I'll make sure to write, don't become an You're right, I can't deny that.
Is there another phase after Phase 2? What's the ultimate goal of all of this? Are we trying to prepare her for a job in the academia?
We don't need to think that far ahead. Hold that thought, though. I think my vegetables are done.
I'm telling you, that client had no idea what he was talking about. No matter what I did, he had something bad to say about it.
Have you considered finding another client?
They're all the same. I haven't had a good night's sleep for months now. Who do they think they are, ordering me to alter my design over and over again just because they have some mora?
It's too late now to change careers. You might as well try to find some joy in the pain. Besides, you'll be getting up in the middle of the night to make edits to your own design even when the client doesn't request it.
No. That's not true.
Cheer up, Kaveh. I'll tell you a new joke.
We'll save that for the end, Sino.
Whatever. I'm not going to use my brain anymore. Let's drink tonight to our heart's content.
Would you like to go moon gazing?
I'll just choose this one now. Continue playing.
Sit in my rocking chair and admire the view.
Alhaitham isn't in, so feel free to sit wherever. I'll bring out the box. Oh, nothing. Yeah, you're right. Although I was hoping to find some words of wisdom from my mother, if I stop and think about it, her words may not be the advice that I need to hear right at this moment. Everyone's life journey is different. Traveler, you've visited many lands and met many people, so I'm sure you've run into situations where some advice wasn't exactly suitable for the situation at hand. I just got an idea though. If if I want to rekindle the creative passion that I had before, instead of trying to unlock an old notebook, why don't I take a walk around the parts of town that had changed my life? What do you think? I'm glad you agree. Then let's start by taking a quick stroll around the academia. Of all the places in the academia, I remember this one most. When my studies got busy, I used to pull all-nighters here trying to finish my blueprints. Who doesn't miss their time at the academia? Life was a lot simpler then, and we all had far less troubles. I created many designs that I thought were beautiful in the House of Dana. I drew whatever came to mind, since I didn't have to care about budget constraints or turning them into reality. If I had to give a reason, it'd probably be because I like the ambiance here. The academia also had a rule that allowed scholars to annotate any physical books they came across. As a result, the books here are chock full of scholars' wisdom across many generations.
कदम कदम बढ़ाए जा कदम कदम बढ़ाए
Oh,
जा
here, this is a great example. This book, History of Ancient Sumeru Architecture, contains some analysis that I did many years ago. Huh? Why is Alhatham's handwriting also in here? When did he ever read this book? I guess it's probably from when we worked on that research project together. Anyway, he probably never cared to tell you this, but the House of Dana is where Alhatham and I first met. I came here to do my homework, and saw him sitting by himself next to that row of bookshelves. A group of Haravatat scholars were chatting near him, but he looked as if he was too lazy to join them. There was a pretty stark difference between him and all the rest of them. It was my fault for feeling bad for him. I thought he must have gotten into some kind of trouble and went over to ask if he needed anything, not realizing that...
Not realizing that you were in fact the one in a whole heap of trouble?
Alhatham? Why are you here?
The House of Dana is a public space. Anyone can come here, no?
But shouldn't...
You think I came here to pick up...
All right, I admit I was probably overreacting just now.
There was nothing embarrassing. When I was still a student at the we had a number of The more important question is, why are you at the House of Dana?
As a senior scholar, isn't it my responsibility to offer my friend a quick tour and explanation of the Academia's architecture?
I see. Then let me guess. Your next stop will be the pavilions around Razan Garden? Our famed architect sure loves showing off that corner to all his friends. Oh, and Kaveh, a lot of the books you annotated have been moved to the innermost section of that bookshelf over there. You'll have to dig them out yourself if you need to find them.
Huh? But why would you know that? Don't tell me you finally had an epiphany and realized that there's great virtue in respecting your elders' work.
Sure, if that will give you some self-confidence. Leave any words of thanks you may have to the ex-Grand Conservator. The last time he was here, he was complaining that he had received reports from current students. The main grievance being that the annotations are too long and difficult to read. As a result, the books you annotated have been moved to the back shelves.
What? But all of my annotations were extremely important. Instead of reporting me, they should have been thanking me for my service. The notes that I took, they couldn't have asked for a better analysis of those books. Okay, just you wait. I'm going to fix this right now. I'll dig all the books out and return them to the proper shelves.
Oh, we'll wait. Anyway, you were about to say he's feeling a bit down? Put through the ringer. What an interesting phrase. I assume he used those exact words himself? He probably did suffer quite a bit, that's true. He always spends a lot of time editing his proposals, with the goal of satisfying as many of the client's preferences as possible. But the satisfaction of one client will not translate to general satisfaction with his work. Many problems in life can only be solved by a fundamental change of attitude. As the leading genius of Kshahrewar, Kaveh should have both the right and the confidence to reject any unreasonable demands. There are plenty of architects in Sumeru who are inferior to him in skill, yet far more irascible in temperament. What's more, there are plenty of people who look up to such individuals as paragons of staying true to one's principles. Clearly, his predicament is inevitable, since he holds other people's feelings as more important than his own. Of course, each person is different, and we should respect the paths that they have chosen for themselves. Admonitions will serve no purpose. People tend to succumb to familiar pitfalls, and this is especially true for those who believe it's their duty to carry more burdens on their shoulders.
Looks like you were having an enjoyable chat while I was gone. Were you talking about me by any chance?
What do you think?
What else is there to talk about? Surely no one would be interested in talking about the files that you were browsing through earlier. Anyway, you should take a look at this. Look at this comment on page 82. Dear Kaveh, thank you so much for annotating this book in such detail. It was a great help to me. See that? Now that's how a student should treat their seniors.
And it looks like you're already in a much better mood now. It really doesn't take much to make you happy, huh?
Me? Happy? I'm mocking that retired blockhead for being so full of himself. He understands nothing about the true beauty of architecture. When I can find some time, I'll have a serious talk with him about making sure these books are put where they belong.
Why don't you just move all the books yourself? Kaveh had a habit of scribbling and writing in all—
Hey! You didn't need to bring that— Oh, actually, I also found a really old sketch in one of the books over there. Huh? Don't tell me even you don't get it.
Don't ask me. This is the time you
You? In that case, allow me to explain. Although this sketch is a little abstract, you can plainly see from the road plans that this was an original concept for the expansion of Port Ormos.
We can also plainly see that the designer was a huge fan of this project. It's the project he loves to talk about the most, second to the Palace of Alcazarzare.
If I don't keep bringing up the neat projects that I've done, how would anyone know that I was the one who did them in the first place? There shouldn't be any complaints about Port Ormos. If I remember correctly, the construction process was very smooth, everything was made ready ahead of time, and there were very few safety concerns.
There are indeed no records of any complaints about this project. A most impressive achievement.
See? What did I tell you? Come on, let's take a stroll through Port Ormos next. I'll tell you all about the designs I made for the place.
No need. It's almost time to clock out for the day, and I don't intend on bringing any unfinished work home.
Suit yourself. It's not like you know how to appreciate artistry anyway. Let's go, traveler. I'll take you to Port Ormos. Port Ormos. No, I didn't design any one specific building. Most of my work here concerned structural renovation. Port Ormos had already existed since I was still a young child. It wasn't as large as it is now, though. It only came to its current size after a sizable expansion. I was part of that project. The arch bridge over there, for example, that was one of my designs. When I was first tasked with the project, we ran into a lot of issues during construction. Residents can now behold all the ships entering and leaving the harbor from the vantage. I was still young and new to the trade back then. I could hardly believe that an idea in my head could become reality and remain in the world for many years to come. The true cornerstone of the creative process. The point about the design that will be ultimately used to judge its true worth. It was the first time that it became crystal. Once built, a building will continue to stand. Countless people will see it, and countless more will step inside it. Its final... You think so? I'm glad to hear that. My budget was tight, and I was unable to use the higher quality timber I had originally intended for the design. I knew that some concessions on aesthetics would be needed as soon as I agreed to a proposal that prioritized the practical functions of the project. Us creative types know better than anyone that most projects cannot be completed without a few regrets. Even the Palace of Alcazarzaray was not perfect. Yeah, you're right. I should learn to look toward future opportunities, and believe that any regrets I have can be overcome in time. We've spent long enough here. There's still one last place I want to go, but it's a little far. Would you be interested in a quick trip to the desert? Great. Most of my projects over the last few years have had something to do with the desert, partially because there's a special place there that I often visit. This is a rare opportunity, so why don't you come? If you ever feel down, maybe you... Who would have thought that so many we won't be able to sit...
I'll just speedrun this and I'll end the stream for the day.
Wait. Defensive mode engaged. Absorption test.
Observe. Close your eyes.
Isn't this place great? I often come here to clear my mind when I'm dealing with a difficult situation. You know what I mean. Everyone finds themselves in frustrating situations once in a while. Just take me as an example. My family life got shaken up quite a bit when I was young. I struggled in school, and I got into a huge pile of debt building the Palace of Alcazarzaray. Although Alhaitham thinks that it's because of my personality that I continue to live in the shadow of the past, I think it's also just a part of life. Plus, if I look back, I've honestly had my fair share of good luck as well. You could probably say I've followed in the path of my mother. Like her, I've gained a name for myself as an architect, built something that's seen as my magnum opus, and found many projects that others have entrusted to me to finish. Life is too boring when you live with no enthusiasm and passion. Only those who believe in the inherent meaning of it can capture the small nuances of everyday life and turn them into inspiration for beautiful designs. Of course, I will concede that loving something also means taking it to heart. So to an extent, caring is also a source of pain. If I didn't love my work, I wouldn't be so torn up about it all the time. But still, isn't this place beautiful? Despite the erosion from the winds and changing seasons, you can still perceive its past beauty and glory. With different landforms come different architectural styles. The desert's history has left the site here has moved me ever since the first time I laid my eyes on it. My pain will one day fade into nothing, just as I've reached the end of my life. They are far more valuable than most materialistic things, and far more durable than human flesh. As long as there remain souls in the world who can decipher the meaning behind them, they will also have acknowledged me across the vast stream of time. If you were to ask me what art is, that would be my... You think so? Remember that question? Those who pursue... I'll try in any case.
Oh, same Aubrey. Let's go. I think I will just end the stream here today. You can see a chest over there, but I'm not gonna go right now and do anything. Okay, I'll just do this. Yeah, I'll just do a Carver's quest tomorrow. I'll just finish that for now. Jump back to monster, to be honest. That's the easy thing you can do. Do I have like 20 resins right now? No, 10. So I have nothing more to do, so we can... Oh, achieve it. That's good. Yeah, I was saying let's end it for the day. I think we're good. So bye bye everyone.